our first point of contact at Belvoir, and here we all are a year and a half later.
We started our journey with Chris when we all got confirmed, and although that journey has been cut short, the impact Chris has made on ourselves and our kids, we will never forget that.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Love being Lambo last Christmas, and you're always very creative with your filming.
Hilarious. Chris, we all think you should be an on-stage comedian because you're so funny.
Relatable. Chris, it's very obvious that you can relate to people of all ages, and we appreciate you for that.
Inspiring. There's not a lot of teenagers that want to go to church, but you make it very enjoyable and you make a lot of us want to come.
Spielberg-esque. You are so good at the way you film all the videos, all the nativities, and you are Belvoir's Steven Spielberg.
Chris, this is more of a brainstorm than flowing prose, but here goes. Big jumper.
Enthusiastic.
Camper van stories. Camper van coffee dock in a cold car park on wet winter's evenings.
Nativity in the Nativity TikTok.
All those Zoom interviews and meetings. Who knew you could find out so much about people you couldn't even meet up with?
Lots of imagination.
Thank you.
Hi Chris, I really loved seeing all your photographs of your trip away. They were just amazing, and seeing just all the gorgeous places that you'd been. Thanks so much for what you've done over the last couple of years.
Thank you for everything, Chris and Susan and Derek the drone.
My favourite memory of Chris and Susan is when they showed me and Rose around the camper van. Thank you, we'll miss you.
I think probably the one thing that Chris did that, you know, is one of my greatest memories is the daily candle and the Advent candle. Really, really important things for us at a time whenever life was difficult, probably as a parish and as just a human race. And it was really good to be brought together and for an opportunity to get to know people in the church better as well. We just wanted to say that we are really, really going to miss you guys, and we have loved the time that you've been in the church, and we pray for God's blessing in everything that you do.
Chris, I just want to add one extra little thing. Watching your skills with the video camera have really inspired me. And from that I've actually put it into my teaching very regularly now, where I would be making up short little videos using little tricks that you've shown or through your little videos as well. I always sort of call it, I've applied the Chrissy approach to the video. So again, thank you so much for your inspiration, and I really, really hope all works out well for both of you.
Thanks very much, Chris, for everything you've done for us as a family, watching all the great videos and all of the things you put onto the internet for us, taking us through those two very difficult years. So we wish you all the very, very best in whatever you do. God bless.
We pray for you.
We pray for you, yes.
We just want to say a huge thank you to you both for all that you've done over the past few years in Belvoir. Some of our favourite memories are possibly number one, your high energy, Chris. Your energy is actually to be envied, and we hope that you take that wherever you're going with you. I also want to thank you for way back in 2019 when Miriam was heading for her surgery. You very kindly organised some prayer time at church, and I can remember how you sent Grace some photographs to just encourage her and to let her see how many people were just gathering to pray for her sister at that time. So hopefully it's not a goodbye, it's just a farewell from us. All the very best wherever you go on your new journey. We know that God will be with you and that you will be absolutely fantastic.
Our favourite memory of Chris is when he did the sermon for Scattered Together one week, and it was from the book of Nehemiah when the walls of Jerusalem were being rebuilt, and there were loads and loads of people involved, like hundreds of people, and Chris decided that he would commit to acting out each one of those characters, like with different facial expressions and different outfits and different hats and scarves, and I found it hilarious. In lockdown, when things were really bad, it was the highlight of my week. I thought it was so funny.
We just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from everything that you have done for the church, for the youth here, and just your creativity, your ideas, your organisation for all those ideas, and just your joy.
Dear Chris and Susan, thank you for everything you've done for us in your time at Belvoir. So many memories, including great times, great sermons. My favourite was the Fretful, Regretful Heart.
The nativities were always fantastic.
I loved Eric the Room.
And the confirmation as well.
Thank you so much. We wish you all the very best.
My favourite memory of Chris is from the COP26 Global Day of Action in November 2021 when he joined the rally in Belfast and shouted really, really loudly so that we got an ambitious climate act in Northern Ireland.
My favourite thing about Chris is probably hearing a lot of his tales, especially from the campervan stuff, as they really engaged me during the service.
So we'd just like to say thank you, Chris, for being the curator of futures.
Thank you.
On the first day that you introduced yourself to us, and I just remember thinking that day, I was like, this guy's going to be great crack. And I wasn't wrong.
And finally, Chris, you've also taught us the lifelong lesson that sometimes if things don't go quite the way you want in life, it's okay to scream at sheep.